we're a lot more like-minded than people might think, and he understands me. Not that Riles didn't, but he understands me a lot more and knows how to settle me down, knows how to get me into the flow.
Yeah.
Things like that just people wouldn't necessarily think about. But I'm just excited for him to be able to call plays this year and be able to play for that guy just because he coaches me hard, pushes me, and ultimately wants the best for me. So I'm just excited to be able to play my first game with him calling the plays coming up.
All right, welcome back live from Radio Row in Frisco. I'm John Kurtz, joined by Derek Young, and we've got QB1 of the Cats right here with us, Avery Johnson. Avery, appreciate you taking the time here. You're having to walk around in the uniform earlier. I must say the lavender suit, I think, is a little bit better there. Where'd you come up with this?
So I went to Work Brothers, and I was going to do like an eggplant, like dark purple.
Yeah.
And he texted me the day before they ordered the suit. He sent me a couple options, and he sent the lavender one, and I was like, I really like that lavender one. And I like the vest. I've never had a vest that buttons like this, like the cross button. And I was like, that is clean. So he ordered it, and we got it fitted, did everything. They hooked me up. So he always takes care of me, Bill over there. So I was super excited to be able to show up in this today.
Are you a fan of any kind of lavender football uniform, right? We see it with basketball. Would you be a fan of using that in some way?
Yeah, I would be a fan of anything alternative, anything.
You think you guys will get to wear some of that this year?
We'll probably wear like the white pants and the white helmets, but other than that, that's all we got.
Yeah.
Well, you won one with it in the Rape Bowl, so now it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. That
was a big win. Yeah. Well, where do you feel like we heard Coach Kleiman say you've gotten faster this offseason? Obviously, I think stronger. Like, where do you feel like you've improved the most?
Yeah, just physically, like my body just feels better, bigger, faster, stronger, all of that. And then mentally, the game's slowing down for me. Growing as a leader, being able to be more vocal, step in front of the team, do things like that. I really feel like I got all the eyes and trust of everybody on the team. So that's really a good feeling to have. Especially at the quarterback position, knowing that guys can count on you. And then ultimately just ready to get back on the field to showcase my abilities, play more free, play more fast, and just play to my strengths more this year.
You have a specific number that you're up to and like how much weight you put on from last year?
No idea.
Okay.
Probably about 10 pounds. I mean, I played the season at about 188 to 192. That's kind of where I sat all season. At about 200 pounds now, trying to get to 205 and play about above 200 all year.
Okay, gotcha.
Not to diminish any of the receivers the past few years, but you feel like with the weapons you have this year, it's kind of taken another step?
Yeah, I would say so. And I think we got a really good transfer portal group. Jace coming back. We got some young guys who have been there, and just guys that have been in the system before. So if we need to count on them this year, that they'll be able to step up to the occasion. But I'm really excited for the guys we brought in and adding them to the group we already had.
One of the buzzworthier players I think mentioned has been Jerron Tibbs. Is that someone you kind of been able to connect with more lately?
Yeah, I feel like that's somebody's name who should be on everybody's radar. Not much talking I need to do for that guy. He's going to let his game talk for himself, but he's definitely going to be a name to watch come this fall.
We've been asking a lot of players. We asked head coach Chris Kleiman as well. If there's any unheralded or maybe underappreciated players on your guys' roster that might not be a household name right now, but will be by the end of the season, who kind of comes to your mind?
Yeah, for sure Tibbs. I feel like Dylan Edwards doesn't get the credit nationally. All the K-State fans know about Dylan, but nationally Dylan doesn't get the credit that I feel like he deserves. And then Joe Jackson as well. He's ready for a breakout season too. Those are offensively. Excited for the offensive line group that we're going to put together this year. Those guys will do so much for me, and I know I couldn't do what I do without them, and neither could any of those skill position guys. But, yeah, super excited for those guys. We got a bunch of edge rushers. Like, I couldn't even tell you we're probably going to rotate 5 or 6 edge rushers this year just because how deep we are. And I think it's just a positive because it sends different looks at quarterbacks. Guys will be more fresh. And we got guys that are greased up with the linebackers and secondary ready to go too. So I'm just excited for these guys that as a collective.
Yeah, 2 of the other names we had heard a lot about today were George Fitzpatrick and Ryan Davis, actually.
Yeah, they looked really good. Yeah. George is so athletic for how big he is. So I'm excited for George. I'm excited for that pickup. And then Ryan Davis had a really good off season. Dude is high motor guy, physical, strong hands. But yeah, those edge rushers as a whole can get after.
What kind of things can you do now working with the offense with Matt Wells? I know he wasn't the OC last year, but obviously as your quarterback's coach, getting another year of familiarity with him. Like, what's an example of something you guys are on the same page with this year or can do this year that you couldn't last year because you just didn't have that relationship at the same level?
I think he understands. We're a lot more like-minded than people might think, and he understands me. Not that Riles didn't, but he understands me a lot more and knows how to settle me down, knows how to get me into the flow.
Yeah.
Things like that just people wouldn't necessarily think about. But I'm just excited for him to be able to call plays this year and be able to play for that guy just because he coaches me hard, pushes me, and ultimately wants the best for me. So I'm just excited to be able to play my first game with him calling the plays coming up.
So he was the one talking to you in your headset last year already, right?
Right.
So is there some of that when you talk about like he's trying to calm you or he knows how to calm you down? Is that something he's trying to do on the fly in games last year?
Yeah. So just you only have so much time. It would just be little things here or there that he would say in the mic. And just kind of little reminders. Like if you have a play that you need a little reminder on, he might throw it in there. But a lot of times play clock gets low and it cuts it out. So I think that's just where our preparation comes into play, being able to be prepared for the game so that I know what he's going to say before he gets in the mic and says it.
Yeah. What's your favorite play from last year?
Of the whole season?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
When
probably my touchdown run versus Oklahoma State.
That's what I was about to guess. Yeah.
I was thinking that or the touchdown to Jace to beat Colorado.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah. What game?
That might have been it. Colorado's my favorite game.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you did Coach Prime's touchdown. Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Okay, Colorado game. Speaking of that, so you go out right for a little while in that game. Like, what are you feeling? Like, what was hurting there, and how tough was it to come back in the game?
Yeah, like it's like in my side. My side was hurting, and just went in, got shot up, came back out. Still hurt for the next month. Continue just getting shot up. Kind of limited me mobily, but played through it. And I mean, if anything, it made me more focused on being a passer.
Right.
In that next week versus West Virginia, that was the best passing game I had. And I don't know if it was because I was more focused on passing or whatever it might have been. It might just be a mental thing, but it was weird. It was a weird rotational thing. That hurt when I rotated, hurt when I threw, but numb it until it just feels playable.
It's football, man.
Yeah.
Is there a loss from your first 2 years that kind of sticks with you that kind of just pisses you off the most?
Really, Houston for last year, being 7-1.
Yep.
Losing to Houston, a game we shouldn't have lost. Didn't play good at all. Personally, didn't play good as a unit offensively. That one hurts because you go 8-1 right there. You're really in the driver's seat, and you might have a different feeling going into that next week.
Yeah.
When you drop 3 of the last four games of the year, it's never a good feeling, especially when you start so hot, 7-1. So I think Houston is definitely one I wish I could have back. BYU as well too, but I think BYU was one of those losses where it hurts. You didn't play good, but I learned so much from that game, where it's just only going to make me better in the future.
Is that the game that you probably learned the most from, just because it was that first kind of atmosphere that way?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was so loud in there. Atmosphere was crazy. And it was one of those where it's like we could get nothing to go our way. Anytime we had a touchdown dialed up, and we false started. And if we wouldn't have false started right there, we would open up the game with a touchdown. We had another play where I forgot a motion, which if I don't forget a motion right there, we might have had a touchdown too. Just things like that where user errors by me, errors by the crowd forcing it to be so loud, and then just getting into where just pressing and everything was going their way. It was just one of those games.
Yep. Looking for tickets for your next event? Tickets for Less is your #1 source. Save big on every purchase when you use promo code KCSN at ticketsforless.com.
Success in real estate takes more than vision. It takes the right financial partner. When someone takes something rundown and turns it into something great, that's called a comeback story, like Brain Group. They take distressed properties here in KC, completely rework them, and then turn them into valuable real estate. But that kind of work needs the right bank behind it. Enter Emprise Bank. They're not about cookie-cutter loans. They saw Brain Group's vision, backed them, and now they're making big moves in Kansas City real estate. Talk about your partner in possible. Emprise doesn't do one-size-fits-all financing. They invest in potential and back growth. Visit emprisebank.com/KC to learn more. Emprise Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Folks, there's nothing that beats relaxing on a hot summer day and watching some baseball. And there's no simpler way to get in on the action than by downloading the Pick 6 app from DraftKings. It's crazy simple. Just pick more or less on the stats for 2 or more of your favorite players, and boom, you're in the mix for big cash prizes. And the best part, Pick 6 is available right here in Missouri. Don't miss out on the fun. Don't settle for a smaller payout. Switch to Pick 6, and right now, new customers can get $25 in bonus picks with their first deposit of $5. Here's what you got to do. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code KCSN. That's code KCSN for new customers to get $25 in bonus picks with their first deposit of $5. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit. Bonus picks expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
How conscious do you have to be? You talked about like when you had the injury in Colorado, it kind of affected you running the ball from that point on. Like, how much do you have to have that in the back of your mind when you're playing? Like, hey, I gotta not try to do this too often to preserve myself for an entire year, because I mean, you did a hell of a job of that last year, obviously making it through the entire season.
Yeah, it's a fine line, just because you want to be an effective runner and you want to hurt teams with your legs. You don't want to take unnecessary hits. So I would say as you go later on into the year, you can be a little less cautious. I don't even want to use the word cautious earlier in the year, because I never want to be a cautious runner, because I feel like you get hurt more times trying to not get hurt. But the best way for me to put it is just don't take unnecessary hits. You're going to get tackled. It's football. Sometimes if it's a side profile tackle, you can try to run through it. If there's big play opportunities out of something, I'd say go for it. But if there's nowhere for you to go, just get out of bounds, call the next play.
What was the best like tidbit or something you picked up from the Manning Passing Academy that you were right here recently?
Something that kind of Peyton was talking about was he was talking about being able to protect yourself. And he was like, I wasn't the most athletic quarterback, so I had to be able to protect myself. I had to know where pressures were coming from. I had to know where my hot was on every play. And I think something like that, being a mobile quarterback, sometimes it just kind of goes over your head, because it's like, okay, say I forget a protection right here, I can be athletic enough to maybe get myself out of it. Yeah. But I'm not going to be athletic for my whole career. I'll probably be athletic, but I'm not going to be I'm not going to be as fast. I'm going to get slower as I get older. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and even being able to just take things like that to where, yeah, I'm athletic, yeah, I'm fast, but I can be smart as well. I can protect myself. I can know where my hots are at. I can do all the little stuff right, and I have athleticism to go on top of it. So just really trying to be an overall put-together quarterback to really elevate my game.
Any plays in spring ball, either from you or one of your teammates really opened your eyes? Or like, damn, that was nice.
Yeah, so I had this play to Tibbs, and he was running a seam, and they posted it on the. Hey, he had a couple.
Yeah,
They
is that
posted
the
it
one on the
Instagram,
photo? Yeah,
and he he caught the seam in traffic, like it was like over his shoulder. It was crazy, and then he had a jump ball fade that he caught, that he just elevated and went up on top, like up top and grabbed, and then Knuth had a rep with Jace, where we were running like a deep over, and VJ was tracking Jace, and he's tracking Jace with his hands up, and Knuth dropped it right over VJ's shoulder, and Jace just gave late hands, so VJ didn't turn around and see the ball. Jace gave late hands, and he dropped it right in the bucket. It was one of the best throws I've seen.
Yeah, everyone's been talking about Tibbs and JB, of course, but you got Jay still, and he had over 800 yards last year.
Yeah. Jace.
Lincoln Cure. What do you expect out of Lincoln Cure?
Yeah, Lincoln is a natural route runner, natural pass catcher. Dude is athletic as all get out at the tight end position. A matchup nightmare.
Just like you needed another tight end, right?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't even know how many tight ends we're gonna play. Just throw one in there. Like, all those dudes are so talented and they're so selfless in that room. It's a great environment for Lincoln to come into. Oaks has done a good job. Swanee's done a good job. Lofton's done a good job. Will, all those guys have done a really good job of taking Lincoln in, Mets, and teaching them the ways. So I think the only thing for Lincoln is, like every freshman, he's got to put on weight. So he's going to put on weight. And once that dude puts on a bunch of weight and runs routes the way he's already running routes and catches passes the way he's already catching passes while blocking and doing all the tight end dirty work, yeah, just look out. Big 12 just needs to look out.
A couple things real quick here. Will Howard wins a national championship last year. Did you get a chance to talk to him?
Yeah.
That's all that was going on?
Yeah, I talked to Will a few times since then, and then I texted him when he got drafted. And then now I was working out with Skylar the other day, so him being with Skylar now too. It's just kind of ironic. But, yeah, Will's a great guy. Super excited for him, and super excited to see where his NFL career takes him. But there's nobody more deserving than Will is. Will's just an all-around great guy, and I think people that have truly been around will tell you that. But super happy for him, and it's just continuing to reach out to him every once in a while. But I know he's busy.
How'd you get linked up with Skylar?
We work out with the same quarterback coach.
Oh,
Hoover.
Hoover. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Last thing. What should your rating in NCAA 26 be?
I think it should be 90 plus. I'm at an 89 right now. So I'm not too concerned about it. I think I just play good football. My rating will go up. It's not that big of a deal to me. They do need to fix my speed. I am faster than 88 speed, but
They fixed your hair though, right?
they didn't fix my hair either.
Oh,
They didn't fix
They
the
didn't
hair.
fix the hair. That's what I was trying to tell him. So I was at Manning Passing Academy. I told the guy from EA, I was like, please fix my hair. All the fans want my hair in the game. And hopefully, I told him like a week before the game dropped, a week and a half. So hopefully on the first update, it's in there. But I mean, we just need all the K-State fans to tag EA and complain because I want to see it in my hair in the game just as much as everybody else. So.
Yeah. All right. Everybody clip it, send it to EA. We'll get it taken care of. Avery, we appreciate it, man. Best of luck this year.
Thank you.